So we proceed tackling this question from this past paper, May 2021, question number 4, May 2021, question number 4. We had done some workings. If you look at your book, you can see that we had done something regarding the question. So I'm going direct to the statement of profit or loss for this ABC and the ABEL Limited. So this is ABC Enterprise. ABC Enterprise and ABEL Limited. It's the statement of profit or loss for the year ended. When? That 1st May 2020. 1st of May 2020. The year ended 31st of May 2020. 31st of May 2020. So since we are preparing the statement of profit or loss, we are preparing the statement of profit or income statement, let's say the income statement, we know the format of the income statement. The format of the income statement, you start with the sales, less cost of sale, you get gross profit, and then you subtract all the expenses, after which you less tax to get your net profit. And our objective is to get that net profit so that we can share with the 3 partners. Our objective is to get the profit so that we can share with the 3 partners. Once we're done with getting the net profit, we will be able now to come up with the capital account, the partner's capital account. Therefore, we can draw this in columnar form since it's happening half yearly. So we can have maybe details. We can have this is ABC Enterprise, and then ABEL Limited. Some people will maybe have a total column at the end. We can have a total column at the end here. Have a total column at the end here to make sure that we are following the every detail into the data. ABEL Limited. And remember, the total column is not a must. The total column is not a must. You can work without even the total column. You can work even without the total column. So we shall be having our details there. ABC Enterprise, and then we have ABEL Limited, and then total. So here we can have 6 months. Doing this for 6 months, and the shillings, let the shillings be in 1,000. Shillings to be in 1,000. Once you're done with that framework, good to go now, because you understand the procedure or the format of coming up with the income statement. We start with the sales, and then we should follow what examiner is telling us here. So sales, our sales, remember sales or revenue means the same. Sales stroke revenue is the same thing. Let's check from what examiner is telling us. Anything to do with the sale, tunaambiwa namna gani? Look at additional information number 3. We told that the sales during the second half of the year after conversion were 50% above that of the first half. However, the gross profit percentage remained the same throughout the year. Therefore, once we have our sales and the cost of sale with the same ratio, the gross profit is going to get it from sale minus the cost of sale. So in this case, we have to look at the previous sales, the total sales that we had, How much was our total sales? How much was our total sales? How much was our total sales? Can you look from the question? Look at the question. Got the question? The base sale or the total sales. 120,000, 120,000. So this is the sale that we're going to allocate for ABC Enterprise and then allocate for ABEL Limited, And we are told that now sales for the second half will be 50% more. 50% more. So if sales for the first half was 100%, that means sales for the second half will be 150%. Sales for the second half will be 150%. 150%. So it's 100 is to 150. 100 is to 150. If I divide this, if I divide the ratios, yeah, 0 goes. I remain with 10 by 2, by 5, 2, by 5, 3. So I'll be having a ratio of 2:3. I'll be having a ratio of 2:3, which will be used to divide this sale. 2:3, ratio of 2:3. Usijiulize hiyo imetoka wapi. So my first half will be 2/5 of 120. 2/5 of 120, and the remainder will be for the next half. So what will be the first half sales? The first half sales. Somebody. The first half sales is 48,000. 48,000. I want us to do it very fast. I think this one we had looked at. Then the remainder will fall in the second half. The remainder will fall in the second half. The same case applied to what? The same case applied to our cost of sale. What is the value of the cost of sale? 6,800. Hope you can see that. The value of our cost of sale. Remember, cost of sale, we less cost of sale. Cost of sales. Cost of sales. Still, it's going with the same ratio. It's going with the same ratio. So, cost of sale is 6,800. So 2/5 of 6,800 ni ngapi? 6,800. 24,320 and 36,480. 24,320 and 36,480. Thank you and thank you very much. The total is 6,800. 6,800. This total column is just confirming. It's just confirming what we have as the total of that item. But even if you do only the column with the period, there's no worry. You're going to get the same thing. You're going to get the same result. So let's get the gross profit now. We go to the gross profit. Go to the gross profit. Gross profit itakuwa ngapi hapa? Itakuwa ngapi? 23,680. I hope that this one will be 23,680. That is the gross profit for the first one, and 35,520. 35,520. Thank you so much. From that point, what is our next step? Even before looking at the question, there's a format I want you to have in your mind. In a general income statement, once you get to that point, what else do you think will be the next step? The total of this, vizuri tuweke. It's okay. What do you think will be the next step? What do you think? People are saying that we less expenses, 59,200, 59,200. Thank you so much. 59,200. Thank you. But remember, it is not always that you're going to less expenses. No, you have to check whether we have other income. Thank you so much, Alon. Yes, you have to check whether you have other income. Other income comes in here. Yes, you check whether you have other income before you go to expenses, so that you consolidate your profit, your gross profit. You have to consolidate your gross, then you subtract the other expenses, or the expenses available. But in our case, I can see that we did not have any additional income. We did not have any additional income. Therefore, we proceed to eliminate our expenses. We proceed to eliminate our expenses. But you have to check from additional information the what examiner expects for you to do as far as the expenses are concerned. As far as the expenses are concerned, which additional information is guiding us on how to treat the expenses? Which additional information? Additional information number 4. Yes, if I look at this, it's telling me that the selling and distribution expenses were proportional to the sales for each period. For each period, all the expenses were incurred evenly throughout the year. I want you to see that they're telling us something here. They are trying to open our mind here that selling and distribution, and they are very specific. They are very specific here. Selling and distribution expenses were proportional to the sales for each period. Selling and distribution expenses, they were proportional to the sales. So how we treated sales, that means there is a link between selling and distribution and the sales. But other expenses, we told her that all the other expenses were incurred evenly throughout the year. Incurred evenly throughout the year. So I want somebody to tell me, what's the value of our selling and distribution? Go up there. Selling and distribution expenses. Selling and distribution expenses. Just look at it. The value, 6,000. You can see people are giving me 6,000. Let me see. Okay, admin, sale, admin, and then selling and distribution. 6,000. Great. 6,000. Now, how are we going to know? How are we going to know the amount for the first period, the first 6 months, the amount for ABC Enterprise? How are we going to know? Selling and distribution, selling and distribution. Thank you. You refer to this. You refer to this. Selling and distribution. 2:3. So total tuko nayo 6,000 here. Having the total as 6,000. So 2/5 of 6,000 unapata ngapi? 2/5 of 6,000. What are you getting? 2,400 and 3,600 respectively. 2,400 and 3,600 respectively. Remember, that is an expense. That is an expense that we need to eliminate. That is an expense that we need to eliminate. That is an expense that we need to eliminate. Yes. Same case. Unaweza tuenda ukifuata hiyo. No worries. Then we move to the other section. Move to the other section. Selling and distribution tumemaliza. Selling and distribution tumemaliza. Then we check. I can see admin above it. Above it, we have administrative expenses of 12,000. Administrative expenses of 12,000. Yes, administrative expenses of 12,000. How are we going to treat admin? How are we going to treat admin? How are we going to treat admin? Someone? How are we going to treat? Evenly. That go to other expenses. That will go to other expenses. Let me check these. Yeah, other expenses are to be prorated. Prorated. Evenly. So admin expenses. So this 12,000. So here we shall be having 6,000. And you check whether there is any other information talking about admin, because examiner naye ni mwingine anaweza kuwa amepatia information nyingine talking about admin, which will maybe lead to some more adjustment. You have to be checking. Any information that is linked to that item. So we go to the next one. Next one ni gari. Nataka hizi expenses tuzifuatilie vizuri. Below selling and distribution, we having accounting and audit expenses. Na ni ngapi? 2,400. Still that's other expenses to be done. Is it 1,200? Is it no, 2,400. So this 2,400 accounting and audit expense. So if this is 24 and we prorate it equally, it's 1,200. Any other expense? Incorporation expenses. You see this? Incorporation expenses ni ngapi? 1,200, eh? Is it 1,200? Yes, 1,200. Incorporation expenses. Iko ngapi? 600, 1,200. That one we subtract. We proceed. Trade receivable. Trade receivable will be on the what? On the debit side. When it's debited, we debit those assets and expenses. And the trial balance. Ni vizuri kujua, eh? The trial balance, expenses and assets are debited in the trial balance. And then vice versa. It's true. Income and what? Equity and liability, we credit. Hiyo ni muhimu sana, eh? Hiyo ni muhimu sana. Always remember that. Always remember that. It will assist you. Or interest on loan. Eh? So I can see interest on loan. Is it that? Interest on loan. Iko wapi? Additional information number 7. Okay. Kwa hivyo kumefichwa kule. Yes, sawa. Let's check. Yeah, in fact, an interest, remember it will be what? Interest on loan will be an expense. Lakini still tukumbuke kwamba tulikuwa na depreciation. Tusisahau depreciation still fall under expenses. So we told that no dividend are paid or proposed, but it is decided to write off the incorporation expenses and also 7 million of what? Goodwill. Goodwill is treated hapana. Hiyo inanipatia interest kweli? 7, not 7. Ama no dividend are paid. Can I receive interest? Yeah, goodwill is having arisen from the business. Number 7 iko na interest kweli? Mbona sijaona hiyo interest? Note 7 really cannot see the interest. Let's check. Loan inaongelelewa wapi? Loan before the bank balance. Okay. Before the bank balance. Ni kule juu sio note. Okay, sawa. Loan from Benta. Okay, now it's there. Loan from Benta. So this loan from one partner, right? Loan from one partner, 10% interest per annum. Na hii loan ilikuwa worth how much? Loan from Benta. Loan ilikuwa worth how much? 12,000, right? Okay, let's check. Yes, 12,000. Now, we ask ourselves, this loan, the interests, will it not be used in profit appropriation account? Tuko hapo sasa. Hiyo unaona sasa, the account that we are creating here, it should entail all the items. Kwa sababu unaona tunadili na partnership and what? The ABL Limited. So this one, specifically Jackson, that's a good argument. It will fall under the partnership, right? Because those people who will benefit maybe from the interest or the reduction, it will reduce the profit on this side, the profit on partners. So it will be on the ABC enterprise, to be on the ABC enterprise. So it will be for 6 months. So it will be 10% of 12,000 times a half, or times 6 over 12. 6 over 12. It will be a half times 10% times 12,000. Patia nini? Napata nini? What are we going to get this one? So this one income 5%. Nakuwa ngapi? 600. So this 600, this is interest from loan. Itakuwa 600. So here we don't have, itakuwa 600. So in the company, hakuna mahali zinaingiana. So we proceed. Any other expense that you can see? Any other expense? The expense that anything that we write off, bad debts written off, goodwill written off. There was a goodwill that was written off, but now I want you people to tell me: are we going to Javan? See, I'm recording. You cannot be able to record from your end, because if I give you the right to record, that means my recording will stop, and you see the recording is required to all of us. Right together, Javan. So allow me to sawa. So you're saying that bad debt written off is an expense, fall under expense, and it reduces the receivables or the debtors that we expect. The same case with the goodwill. Goodwill written off is also an expense. Goodwill written off is also an expense. So it will fall under expense. But now, will it be under the ABC or under ABL? Goodwill, the goodwill. Which part will be affected? Which part will be affected? The ABC or under ABL Limited? The company or the partnership? Okay, it is good for you to note that we don't have goodwill when it comes to partnership. Goodwill does not have partnership. Partnership does not have goodwill. Goodwill will be found under the limited company, the limited liability company. So that goodwill will reduce the income. When you go to draw the balance sheet, that means it will be part of the company asset, but we should eliminate what? We're going to eliminate the goodwill written off. Goodwill written off. So this one, no, this one, yes. That one, okay. Then we proceed. I'll check whether we have any other item whether we have any other item. We have any other item. All right, can check from the above there. Bank loan, your bank loan, that one will be an overdraft direct, right? Yeah, you itakuwa overdraft direct. Overdraft direct. Okay. Yeah, I can see salaries, directors' salaries. Yes, we have to look at this. Director's salary, director salary. Zitakuwa ngapi? Zitakuwa ngapi salary za hawa director? The partners were sharing profit and losses equally after allowing for annual salaries of 3 million for Abel and 2.2 million each for Beta and Chare. Sasa hiyo ni salary. Imagine now they are getting salary. Salary now is an expense. Salary here will be termed as an expense. Salary here will be termed as an expense. Now, I want you to tell me, how much salary do you think they're going to get? Now, this salary will be affecting which account? The company account or partnership account? This salary will be affecting. We told, okay, I've seen something. Let me display this a bit. We told that incorporation expenses was written off. Who will it affect? Incorporation expenses, huh? Okay. Maserin. Maserin atuambie kwamba we told incorporation expenses. Additional information namba ngapi? Maserin, so that we 7, eh? Haya, wacha tuone. No dividend are paid or proposed. It is decided to write off the incorporation expenses and also 7 million of goodwill. Goodwill is treated as having risen from purchase of goodwill. Decided to write off the incorporation expenses. Okay. Fridana anasema note 5. Note 5 kuna nini pale? Salary drawings were made evenly. Drawings made after incorporation were to be treated as director salary. Okay. Sawa. Salaries. Drawings made after incorporation were to be treated as director salary. So mali nataka tumalizie kwanza ni hii ya director's salary kwanza. Hii ya director's salary kwanza. Hii ya director's salary, and then we come back to what Maserin is telling us there. Come back to what Maserin is telling us. So salaries, we may agree that it will be part of the Abel Limited, the company. It will affect that Abel income statement under Abel. But we have now to get the total. What will be the total? What will be the total? We need to get the total. The total salary. The total director salary. Whatever that we are talking about is the director salary kwanza. Kwanza nataka tupate director salary. How do we get that? Let me to adjust kidogo hapa. Director salary. All right. Better. Director salary. Cha tuone hapa Kuna hiyo additional information number 5 na kuna additional information number 1. Na kitu nataka tuangalia hapo And then we go in the trial balance, you check whether there's any information linked to that. You have to check. In the trial balance, do we have any information linked to the salaries and above there? Do we have any information? Trade receivable we don't have, okay, but note 2 still, note 2. Note 2 inasema namna gani? Okay, each partner to become a director of the company at the same salary as that previously allowed in the partnership. Good. Mpaka point 3. Acha tuone point 3. Hii salary iko na mambo The salaries during the second half of the year after conversion were 50% great above that of the first half. However, the gross profit percentage remained the same throughout the year. So the gross profit remained the same throughout the year, but the salary was 50%. Hiyo ni salary ama ni sales wewe? Note 3 hapana, hiyo ni sales. Hapana. Those are sales. So I think only the notes that is affecting our salary ni 1, 2 and 5. Note 1, 2 and 5. Yes. But we need to be specific here. Kuna chenye walikuwa wana earn wakiwa partners na kuna yenye sasa imekuja imechukua transferred kwa. So let's look at it in that angle. We start with the note note 1. Oh, you meant okay, sawa. Additional information 2, note 1, yes, point 3. Sawa. So the partners were sharing profit and losses equally after allowing for annual salary of 3 million for Abel and 2.2 million each for Benta and Charlie. Good. 2.2 million each for Benta and Charlie. Na hiyo ni annual salary. Sasa nataka mtu aniambie. What will be the salary? What will be the director's salary? What will be the director's salary for these people half yearly or semi-annually? Kwa sababu hiyo ndio tunataka. Hatutaki yote, tunataka nusu kwanza Remember tuko na salary na tuko na nini? Tuko na salary na tuko na director salary. Sasa sijui kama watu wanaona hiyo. Kuna salary ya hao watu partners Kuna director salaries ya partners. Na pia walipoenda kule kwa Abel Limited still kulikuwa na nini? Wakaitwa director. Sasa ikakuwa what? You know, partners sometimes pay themselves. Wanalipwa pia, right? Wanapata kakitu. So hiyo ndio tunasema salaries. Wana watu wakisema 37. Total ni 74, right? Why can't we put 2200 for Abel Limited and move on because it does not affect ABC? Okay, Mohammed, you have a very good point there. But now, kitu tunataka hapa ni mara mbili. Hiyo 22 iko, hatujakataa. Hiyo 22 iko, hatujakataa. Tunataka still tupate ya partnership as well. Together. So 22 hiyo ni ya director. Director hiyo tunaenda direct. Directors. Na tuko na salaries ya partners. So directors salary hiyo inaingia ngapi? Mohamed anatuambia ni 2200. Yes. Hiyo atupingani. hiyo hatupingani. What we are looking at here is now the note 1, hii note 1, hii note 1, hii note 1. That is what we are looking at. And note 1, we were told that the total is that 7,400. But remember, after 6 months, they did not proceed to be partners. After 6 months, they did not proceed to be partners. So we're going to divide the 7,400 by 2. So we're going to have 3,700. So here, hii ni direct, hii haikuwa na mapingamizi. Hiyo haikuwa na mapingamizi. Yenye tulikuwa tunataka ni hii salaries za partners. Salaries za partners. Hii inakuwa 3,700. Hiyo haikuwa na mapingamizi. Hiyo haikuwa na mapingamizi. 700. Now I think we're done. We had to remain there kidogo juu ya hizi salaries mbili ya. So we move to the depreciation, and the depreciation were on the non-current assets. So we start with the first depreciation. We computed the depreciations. For me, I cannot remember what we computed. Depreciation, naona tuko na motor vehicle. Depreciation ya motor vehicle ilikuwa ngapi? Somebody to remind us. Depreciation ya motor vehicle, and then depreciation ya furniture and fitting. Depreciation ya furniture and fitting. 2,400. Ilikuwa 2,400 depreciation ya motor vehicle. Lakini hiyo depreciation kuna vile tuligawa, vile tulikuwa tunagawa. Kuna yenye ilikuwa inaenda kwa partnership depending the rate, na kuna yenye ilikuwa inaenda kwa. So what will go to the partnership was the 24 the total. Was the 24 the total. Remember, kuna vile tuligawa. Vile tuligawa hiyo depreciation. Someone. Total was 48. So ni 24. 24 was saying 2,400 each. Okay. Nakumbuka kitu kama 600. Ni gani ilikuwa na 600? Which item? Oh, furniture and fitting, sawa. So 2,400. So this is 4,800. Wanasema furniture and fitting ndio ilikuwa na 600. 600 ilikuwa kwa partnership ama ilikuwa namna gani? 600 to 40. 600 to 40. 600 to 40. 600 to 40. This will be total of 840, right? 840. Yes, 840. 840 depreciation. Did we have any other depreciation? Do we have any other depreciation? Any other depreciation? Property, freehold property ilikuwa na depreciation ama ilikuwa hivyo There was no any other depreciation, right? There was no any other depreciation. Is that right? That's right. There was no any other depreciation. We have details. We have ABC, Abel, total. Abel, total. Great. Mjangu leo. Nakunisumbua. Kwa nini? Okay. Now. Is there any other item that you feel that we have left out? Is there any item that you feel that tumeacha? ama tumemalizia? Is there any item that you feel tumeacha, ama we go to computation of our, we can now compute the profit, right? The profit. Kindly help on the income. Okay. Maserin alikuwa na incorporation, sorry. It was not incorporation. It was note 7, right? Note 7. All right. Good. No dividend are paid or proposed, but it is divided. It is decided to write off the incorporation expenses and also the 7 million of goodwill. So the question was, which part will be affected? I hope that was the question, Masedin, right? So if you look at, we talk of incorporation. This is an expense that will be incurred when coming up with the company. When coming up with the company. It's an expense. And where does it fall? Where does it fall? Sasa hiyo ndio swali yetu, eh? Where does it fall? Yeah, answer me. Where does it fall? Jackson from your partnership, okay. Incorporation. When you're coming up with a company, you incur some expenses, right? That's unaona. So since it's an expense, and this expense, you are told that any other expense, which is not that specific, it's distributed evenly. Tulitreat aje, tunataka tujue tulitreat incorporation expense namna gani. Because this is incurred by the company only. Tulitreat namna gani. Incorporation expenses. Good. Thank you. And Maserin, yes. Incorporation expenses. This is an expense that is incurred by the company only. Yes. The company only. Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you so much. Company only. 1200. Zilikuwa the same na audit, eh? So hizi zilikuwa same ama namna gani? Oh, hii sawa. Yeah. Asante sana. Yes. Incorporation expenses. That is an expense that will be depreciation on furniture and fitting. Paul, I think that one we did. Depreciation nadhani tulifanya, eh? Depreciation ya furniture and fitting hii. Na tukaprorate depending with the is it really visible? Yeah, it's visible. Eh? Okay. Yeah. Depreciation. We did working there. When you look at additional information number 6, we are given that the depreciation rate is provided as follows. Furniture is 10%, and then you go to where we have the furniture and fitting. Furniture and fitting. 12,000. So you take the percentage of that. We had some workings. Paul, I don't know whether you are available in our last class. Are you available in our last class? Paul, we did that part. So take the depreciation for the year, then you multiply by the cost, and then you'll be able to prorate. That. Now, I want us to get the profit. Here. So that we can share. The ABC profit itakuwa ngapi? ABC profit. Nataka tupate profit and then we go for a short break. Then we come back. 6780. 780. What about Abel naye itakuwa ngapi? Abel itakuwa ngapi? Tumalize hii. We go for 5 minutes break. 11,680, right? 11,680. 680. Haya. Toto itakuwa ngapi? Toto najua tutapata. Toto itakuwa ngapi? Are the two? Are the two? Toto ya hao wawili sasa. Toto unaongeza 11, 17, 860. 18, 460. Which is which? 18, 460, 17, 860. So I go with the first one or second one now. Somebody else? Because I can see two contradicting answers. As we move, we go for a 5-minute break. 18, 460. 18, 460. So 18, 460. Remember now, this is a company. This profit will go to the balance sheet, right? That profit will go to the balance sheet. So the profit that they want to share is this one. We are going to share, na tukona walikuwa wanaitwa namna gani hawa? Abel, I think ni ABC, sindio? ABC. So wagawie hiyo profit. Walikuwa wanagawana na ratio gani? Walikuwa wanagawana na ratio gani? Walikuwa wanagawana na ratio gani? Tuangalie pale from the start, hapo ndio tunaweza ambiwa they decided to convert the partnership limited, the partnership financial hapana, ilipatia bill trading partnership. Can you see where we were told the rate of somewhere I saw that they were doing this equally, right? Somewhere I saw that. Who can see that? Who can trace that point? That note 1, right? The partners were sharing profit and loss equally. Yes, note 1. Note 1. So they're going to divide equally this one. So wanapata ngapi tukisonga? Wanapata ngapi tukisonga? 22, 260. 260. So they're getting 2260, 2260, 2260. When you less this now, that means itakuwa imeisha. 260. So from the total hapa tumetoa nini? Tumetoa 6780. So the profit to take to the nini remain to be 11680 to the balance 768. 7,680. Great. 11,680. So class, let's have a break of 5 minutes. Then we come back. We do the balance sheet. Then we go to professional accounts. Go to professional accounts. After professional accounts, we shall go to the agriculture. Then we will be somewhere. So I hope we are back. I want us to come up with the partners capital account. 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 Great. And we finish up with the balance sheet. We have 3 partners, ABC. ABC. You have 3 partners, A, B, C. Yeah, we have details, and the partners are there. right? So, don't forget that we're dealing with shillings in thousand. Shillings are in thousand here. Tulisema kwamba hizi ndizo vitu kidogo kidogo zenye hufanya watu waanguke. Utoweka hivi, so examiner anashangaa sasa, is this really a serious candidate? Is really a serious candidate? So, as you know, that all the gains and profit of partners are debited. Is that true? All the gains and profits of partners and the balance brought down are debited. Is that true? Is that true? Is that true? Are we together? All the gains and profits, profit share, we just use the profit share, are debited. Is that true? Say yes or no. Lilian nimemshika. On the gains, always note, always note, any gain. Hii side hata hatuna vitu mingi hapa. Hapa ni either interest on drawing itself, na either kama kuna balances, the balances that were maybe carried down. So all gains and profit share and the balance brought down ziko wapi? Ziko that side. And this question nilichagua kwa sababu it is a very wide question. It is covering, it's at least helping to cover a lot. Like for example, look at current account Abel, Benta, and Chare. Current account Abel, Benta, and Chare. Current account Abel, Benta, and Chare. You can see 1, 2, 3, 2. You can see that we have Abel and Benta. Their current account, we have a credit balance, right? We have a credit balance. But when you look at Chare akona nini? Akona debit balance, current account. Imagine in the trial balance. That means a lot. That means a lot, and you need to note. Yeah, akona debit. So when it comes to preparation of the capital account, the partner's capital account, Chare amount, ile amount yake pale, are we going to debit the current account? Are we going to debit that amount or credit? Are we going to debit that amount or credit? Chare. We're going to debit. Please always note what examiner amekupatia. So on our side of debit side, we shall be having the Chare balance brought down. So it can say maybe current account. Huyu zake ziko the other side, but this person kunayo on that end. Then balance brought down. Balance brought down ya capital zao 32, 16, and 10. 32, 16, and 10. Current account, balance brought down. Current account. Account, sawa. Huyu akona ngapi? 2,000. So huyu hana juu yake iko the other side. Then we move to any other thing that is okay. You can see drawings here. Drawings najua huwa zinafanya nini? Drawings. Lakini sasa we have to think. Hizi drawings zilikuwa za mwaka mzima ama zilikuwa za miezi 6? Najua partnership tulikaa nayo miezi ngapi? Miezi 6. So we need to divide the drawing by 2. So the drawings zenye tuko nazo ni za per year. the drawings zenye tuko nazo za per year. Ukiangalia the information, all the information given or even regarding the drawing, utaona additional information number 5. Salary drawings were made evenly. Drawings made after incorporation were to be treated as directors' salaries. So sasa hapo ndio we separate haraka haraka tukapata director salary ile yenye tulikuwa tunasema hiyo ni direct ilikuwa direct. So drawing zetu zitakuwa ngapi? Drawing zetu zitakuwa ngapi za hawa watu? Si ni nusu nusu nusu. So if we had a drawing of 1200 kwa Abel, wacha kidogo. Abel tuko na ngapi? Is it 2000? 1200? Hapana, hizi zimekaa vibaya zangu. 2000, 1200, yeah. Yangu imekaa vibaya hapa. I need a hard copy here. I need a hard copy here. So if that is it, that is the case, I'm going to have 600 for these people. 600. I'm done. Profit share. Profit share ndio hii. Wote wapata 2260. 2260. Kulikuwa na kitu kingine walishare. We computed something. Yes, that way. Kuna kitu kingine walishare. There is an amount that we computed. Sijui kama mtakumbuka sasa. But before then, let's look at the goodwill thing. Hii goodwill, it will be enjoyed. Wanashare hizi vitu equally. Goodwill. The goodwill of the company, or the goodwill of any business is enjoyed by those people who are dealing with that business. So the goodwill was worth 27,000, and we have 3 partners. So kila partner ataenjoy goodwill ya ngapi? 9,000. So kuna goodwill hapa. Goodwill hapa before it was written off. Sasa writing off itaenda ku affect kampuni, right? Goodwill kila mtu atapata 9,000. Any other item that they enjoyed? Any other item that they enjoyed? There's a working that we did. Salaries. They had, okay, salaries. Naona salaries. Okay, yeah, salaries and the revaluation gain, right? Salaries were for 6 months, right? So nataka tuone hizo salary vizuri, ya. Salary yenye wali enjoy was for 6 months. So let's check. Kuna mwenye ali enjoy 3K. Are we supposed to raise goodwill written off? Hapana. Hiyo tutales Maserin, hiyo tutales hapana, hiyo tutales after sasa kwa kampuni when preparing the balance sheet sasa. Yes, a good question. Sasa goodwill, kuna huyu wa kwanza alipata 3K, right? Wa kwanza alipata 3K. Au wengine walipata 2200. Hizi salary zao hizi. So sasa itaenda for 6 months. So tuna divide by 2. So unapata salaries, unapata 1500, unapata ngapi? 1100, unapata 1100. Salary wana prorate. There is that liberation. Kuna ile liberation tuli compute ikakuwa 12 something. 12, was it 12,800? We computed that. Was it 12,800? You divide equally to them. Yes, 12,600. You divide equally. Divide. Unaweza i-call evaluation. Unaweza iita jina evaluation or reduction. Yani, just give it a name. Haya, ni ngapi? Ngapi? You divide by 3. Tunawa divide here. They are sharing equally. They are sharing equally here. They are sharing equally. 4,200 each. 4,200. Aya, any other thing? Nini ingine inabaki? Nini ingine inabaki? What else have they shared? Prepayment accruals. Hizo ni zitaenda kwa balance sheet. Any other item that remaining with the year? Great. There is this person known as there's a person with a loan. Hiyo ilikuwa pesa. Okay, interest on loan. Now, do we pick interest on loan or do we pick loan itself? Okay, both are valid and they are affecting which person? Is in affect person mtu mgani? Huyu anaitwa nani? Benta. Yes, interest on loan na loan yake. Hizo ni zake. Si zote ni zitakuwa kwa account yake. Zitakuwa kwa account ya partners. So tuko hapa loan na interest on loan. Interest on loan. Aya. Interest on loan ilikuwa 600 na loan yenyewe ilikuwa 12,000. 12,000. Aya. Any other item? Kuna item nyingine ama zimeisha? Kuna item nyingine ama zimeisha? Hii ni 12,000. Hiyo ni 12,000. Haya, Bentadi anakuwa affected. Yes, Bentadi anakuwa affected na hiyo. Sababu hatuna any other item hapa. I cannot see any other item. I think we can balance the capital account. Hapa hakuna. So let's balance the account. Of course, hii side inaonekana kuwa na mingi, of course, direct. So whatever that we shall be having here is share capital. Na hii itaenda kwa balance sheet. Itaenda kwa balance sheet. So the balancing figure in short. So tufanye hii haraka tumalizane sasa na hii. Nataka leo tumalize hiyo subtopic ya professional account. It's possible. So that once you're done with this topic, sasa tukienda kwa group, hiyo ndio major, right? Tukishamalizana na group, wewe jua kwamba tumebakisha vitu kama topic number 1. Topic number 1 ndio tutakuwa tumebakisha na hiyo sasa ni hizi vitu kidogo hapa na pale. So we are almost there. So give me for A. Abel ako na toto ya ngapi? Mwingine anafanya ya C, mwingine afanya ya B. Na tumalize. So 5950, 960. Haya, huyo ni wa kwanza. Wa pili naye ako na ngapi? So unaweza nipatia hapa. So hii nitoe 100 Nikitoa 1000 hapa itapata 49,960. Mimi nafanya hivyo. 26,560. Thank you. And then we have 41,160. 41,160. 47. Not 41, but 47. And then we have 26,560. 26,560. Before you're good. Now with that, you can give me this. Pata hapa. Hizi balances kwa sasa hizi ni hizo 26,560, 47,160, alafu 50,960. Aya, tupate hapa. Tutoe 600 kutoka hapa. 26,560, sawa. Okay. Aya, tumalizane na hii. Nataka tuende kwa balance sheet haraka. Then we go to 24,960. 24,960 hii. C, yeah? Esther unapenda C, yeah? 24,960. Thank you so much. It is very nice. 46,560. 46. 560 is very common, 60 is very common. Waka mtu unasikia kama umeandika kitu tofauti, Very, very common. Good. Now, our share capital itakuwa total ya hizi. Share capital. The total of that, na itaenda kwa balance sheet. Balance sheet. Let's prepare the balance sheet of Abele Limited. Let's prepare the balance sheet very fast of Abele Limited. How I can, what I can advise you people for this question. Hebu enda ujaribu kuifanya bila kuangalia. Ifanye mara kadhaa. Fanya mara kadhaa. Fanya mara kadhaa. Ifanye mara kadhaa bila kuangalia, bila kuangalia what you've done, bila kuangalia what you've done. But before then, please confirm whether we are together. Are we together up to that point? Confirm whether we are together up to that point. Please confirm whether we are together up to that point. Good. Now we go to Abel Limited, statement of financial position as at. Ilikuwa 30, ilikuwa lini sasa? What 2020? 31st May. As at 31st May, 1st of May 2020. Thank you so much. Then we have our shillings in 1,000. Maybe you can adjust, no worries here. Can adjust your items. Can adjust your items, non-current assets. You move very fast. Non-current assets. Great. We have what? Freehold property, right? Freehold property, freehold property, freehold property, freehold property. We have motor vehicle. Motor vehicle. We also have furniture and fitting. Furniture and fitting. Then we have goodwill. Don't forget goodwill. Don't forget goodwill. And goodwill is 27,000, but 7,000 were written off. So I'll be remaining with 20,000. So what about my freehold property? Freehold property, you naenda direct. Haikuwa na any depreciation for the year. Remember what we subtract is depreciation, depreciation for the year, right? Accumulated depreciation, it was taken care of. It was taken care of huku chini. So I'll be having 54,000. 54,000. Furniture and fitting, 4,800. 4,800 minus depreciation ilikuwa ngapi? Depreciation ya furniture side ya kampuni. Sio side ya partnership, side ya kampuni ilikuwa ngapi? Then we go to the motor vehicle. Motor vehicle tuko na 24,000 minus side ya kampuni depreciation ilikuwa ngapi? Remind me here. Aha, 2,400. 2,400 side ya kampuni, right? 2,400 side ya kampuni, yes pa, side ya kampuni sio toto, side ya kampuni kwa 24. Partnership tumeachana nao. The moment we prepare this, done with partnership. Done with partnership. What about this side? Ilikuwa ngapi? Hii hapa, hii furniture. Side ya kampuni. This is the revalued amount 48 to 40. Great. Now give me totals ya itakuwa nini? Itakuwa ngapi? Motor vehicle. Tutoe hiyo depreciation ili tupate value yake as at the end of the period. Value yake as at the end of the period. Pata ngapi? 23,760. Esther calculator yako. Hii tunatoa 2,400. 2,400. Tunatoa 2,400. 21. Mohamed, kumbuka kwamba hiyo 72,000 already to take care of with ilikuwa taken care of and this one will be itakuwa ngapi? 23. I think hiyo ndio Esther ananipatia 23,750. Hapana, pia itaingia 45,60. Then we go to the current assets. Let's finish up this current assets. Current asset tunakuwa na vitu tatu hapa hivi. Tunakuwa na cash, inventory, naweza anza na inventory. Account receivable na cash or bank. Sasa hizo naziweza adjust hapa. So inventory hatukuwa na information ina adjust hizi vitu. So hizo ni free marks. If I look at this, as at 31st May 2020, inventory was 28,800. Oh, kuna prepayment. So pia prepayment. Hizi nimeandika tu kama hakuna taachana nayo. So prepayment. So naona 28,800. 28,800. Then account receivable zilikuwa zimeunganishwa. So I have to check. Account receivable. Trade receivable, wameita trade receivable 80,000. Trade receivable 18,000. Hizi ni free marks class. Imagine, these are marks. Do you have bank? Ile bank balance yenye iko kule itakuwa an overdraft. That is automatic an overdraft, right? So I go to prepayment of 1,000. So I know that prepayment will be on the debit side, 1,000. So ile ingine on the other side is the accrual. Then I can get the total. So can get the total. Then we come to equity and liability. Equity and liability, share capital. Tunaweka hizi zote 49,960. 49,960 plus 46,560 plus 24,960. Aya. 47,800 hiyo ndio total ama? No. Is that the total ile? Hapana, itakuwa mingi sana. Ama ndio hii. 147,960. 147,960 sasa. 147,960 I hope ni hii. I hope ni hiyo. Then you give me that. Then profit tulikuwa nayo hapa. Hii ndio tuna transfer. 11,860. 11,860. That is very nice. Then you go to non-current. Non-current liability kama kulikuwa na long term loan liabilities. Non-current liability tulikuwa na loan note. Loan tuko nayo ama hatuna? Loan tuko nayo ama hatuna? Hatukuwa na loan. Hii loan yenye tulimalizana na partners, hiyo tushinda dili nayo. Twende kwa current liability. So hii hatuna. Sorry. Twende kwa current liability. Is it really visible? Pana. Aya, sasa I hope hapo inaonekana kabisa Tumalizane na sisi hatuna non-current, mimi nafuta hii. Nasema hii ni current liability, trade receivable, trade payable. Trade payable ni ngapi? Sasa hii mnipatie. Tuliona tuko na accruals. Hapo na tuko na bank. Tunaita what? Capital 121,480. Thank you so much. 121,480. Sasa hapa tuko na bank overdraft, bank overdraft. Sasa tuweke hizo Aya, sawa. So trade payable ni ngapi? Trade payable ni ngapi? 12,200. 12,200. Then tuko na accruals iko tumepewa prepayment na accrual. So mwisho yenye iko debit side ni 600 600, yes. Then tuko na overdraft ya 2K. Bank order. If it is, if the examiner has done what? Has credited. Naona anaitaka bank balance. Watu wengi huileta huku hivi. Kuleta huku, sasa utakuwa umemiss your item, eh? Umemiss your item. Now from that point, you can add and then, and remember mimi niliwaambia kwamba in exam it's not a matter of balancing tafadhali. It's not a matter of balancing. Hata ukishamaliza hivi, ukishafanya hivi, wachana na hizi. Usishinde don't waste your time tafadhali. Don't waste your time. I've been seeing watu ati amefanya sasa anakuja anaanza kuongeza hizi. Hapana, this one will waste your time. Hii unafanya wakati umemaliza hizo maswali 5 tafadhali. This one, we don't look at this one. We look at this. Naangalia hizi vitu kama wewe unajua kuziweka vizuri. Unajua kuziweka, alafu tunakuja tunasema any 6 unapatia marks zote 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 9 10 11. Sasa huyu ashapata zake already zote. Hai together. Watu wengi huwa na miss sana ushinda tu ukifanya vitu zenye. Ilikuwa 680 eh? 680 sawa. 680. Sawa. So I think that is it. Please do more practice on the partnership. Partnership nayo wanapenda sana kuuliza kuleta maswali. So tumeangalia all the angles zenye examiner anaweza leta partnership question. All the angles. That's why we have dwell in that. Because singetaka tuangalie sijui moja na tuseme tumemalizana na partnership. Hapana. Hiyo is a technical part which you need to cover all angles. So umesema 147 960 147 960. Lakini wewe wakati umefanya kwa mtihani umepata tu hizi entries, don't waste time ati kuanza kuleta hii. Hapana, you're wasting time. Hiyo unafanya wakati umemaliza na maswali 5. Time is paramount kwa mtihani. 10% from Benta can't be long-term liability. Mohammed has a very nice question there. 10% loan from Benta. Remember, hapa hivi ndio tumefungia. Remember we have already converted. Sasa there is no way this loan is being transferred to the company. Hapana, tumefunga kabisa. Ndio maana tuliweka hapa. Kufunga. We've closed that. 11680. Profit is 11680. Kwani tulibadilisha wapi? Hii kuwa 480. 480 11680. Okay, transposition error 680. Thank you and thank you so much. Class, are we together? As far as partnership is concerned, are we together? I want us to move to the next part. Of confirm whether we are together up to that point as we move to the next part. Great. Confirm whether we are together. That confirmation is very important. Very important as far as learning is concerned. Affirmation is good. So we move to the professional accounts. How do professionals prepare their accounts? What are some of the examples of professionals that you know? What are some of the professionals that you know? Your professional kama wagani? Start tuone venye wana prepare their what? Lawyers. Yes. Alafu walisema kwamba is not good. Haya, walisema kwamba all lawyers, hata accountants, professionals, All lawyers wanavaa kofia na wanavaa dress. Kwa nini? Kwa nini? Kwa nini? Kwa nini? What do you think? What do you think? All lawyers wote wako na dress na wako na kama tunaweza sema turban, kitambaa. Because we have a lawyer here. Lawyer here. We have a lawyer here. Tuambie kwa nini? Kwa sababu you cannot argue with a with a woman, eh? So the moment you are there now, you have to accept. You have to accept. You have to accept. Cannot argue with a woman. And that is why the attire zinakaa hivyo. All women are equally right. Eh? Yeah, equally right. Whatever they say, wao ndio wako na awadi ya mwisho, eh? No. No, you cannot rap. Dangerous, eh? Yes, you cannot. So lazima wote wakuwe uniform like that. Lazima wote wakuwe uniform like that. Okay, so we proceed. We continue. Is my line really okay now? Hii line leo haitaki kuwa sawa. I don't know why. Don't know why. Don't know why. Okay. Wacha ikae hivyo. So professional accounts. Professional account. Ama ni double F. So unajua professional account. Watu wa Kiingereza. Professional account. Professional. Double S, right? Professional accounts. Professional accounts. Wenye walikuwa wanapata composition 30 out of 40. So you write down and say profession. What is a profession? A profession is a recognized specialized field of study. A profession is a recognized specialized field of study involving training and examination. Involving training and examination. Kama hii yetu ni kabisa. Examination. Accountants. By a recognized examination body. By a recognized examination. Like for example, accountants. What are our examination body? The CASNEB, right? CASNEB. That is the body. CASNEB for accountant on a neck. So on and so on. E.g. CASNEB. E.g. CASNEB. Terms used under professional account terms. So we have a term like cost charged to client. Cost charged to client. Cost charged to client. I'm a fee incurred. Fee incurred. Cost charged to client or fee incurred. It's the fee to clients for service rendered. It is the fee to client for service rendered. Unasema ukienda Huduma Center unalipa kitu tujenge Kenya kabisa tujenge Kenya kabisa. Ukienda Huduma Center sio kupanga tu laini, hapana. You have to pay something. We need to build our country, Kenya. We need to build our country, Kenya. Yes. Work in progress. 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 It is the value of service or services. It is the value of service or services. Services or services. Rendered to client not yet. Rendered to client not yet. Rendered to client not yet completed. It is in progress. Not yet completed. What about number 3? Disbursement. 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 These are payments done on behalf of the client. These are payments done on behalf of the client. Naambiwa kwamba HELB will be disbursed next month. Client. On behalf of the client. Such disbursement are to be reimbursed by the client. Such disbursement are to be reimbursed by the client. By the clients. Client's account. Number 4, we have client account. Client account. So for the client account, it's an account that records. It is an account that records all transaction to a client. Or transaction to a client. Or transaction to a client. Office account. 5. Office account. Office account. It is an account that records. Is an account. I hope it's visible. No. It's an account that records. It's an account that records. It's an account that records all transactions relating to the office. That record all transactions relating to the office. Relating to the office. Relating to the office. So the professions maintain some records like cash book. They maintain cash book, stock register, financial statement, and so on. So on. Like for example, when we say cash book, it is a book that records all cash receipts and cash payment. That one you know, cash book. Is a book, or yeah, it's a book that records all transactions or records all cash, receipts, and payment. all cash receipts and payments. I hope you are through down there. You through down there. So that I adjust my cash book. It is a book that records all cash receipts and payment. This book that record all cash receipts and payment. So a small format for this, a small format for the cash book. It shall be having details. Shall be having details, then office, and then client. Details, office, client. That way, just that way. Yeah, office, clients, office, client, office, client. Office and client. Then stock register. What is a stock register? They maintain this book as well. Stock register. Stock register. It's a book that records goods purchased. It is a book that records goods purchased or resale. Goods purchased or resale, or for use by profession, or for use by profession. By profession. Next subheading, financial statement. Financial statement. Financial statement maintained by professions. Financial statement maintained by profession. Kuna moja, income and expenditure. Income and expenditure. Takuwa na hiyo, wakona the profit and loss, whatever, count. Statement of financial position. Statement of financial position. Statement of financial position. Now, it's no difference. It's no difference. No difference when it comes to the preparation of statement of financial position. We're going to prepare the same way we do prepare for the income statement. For the income statement, I think we can have a format here. And have a format finish up to this point. Niambie kama umemaliza. We have a format, then we see where do we put these items under income and expenditure account. Income and expenditure account. And they don't call the profit. They refer the profit as a surplus and loss as deficit. Loss as deficit. The professionals. So are we done up to here? We done up to here? We done? Great. So we want us to good. I want us to have the income and expenditure account to see how we shall be preparing. We shall be having two columns, shillings. I like putting it in thousand, no worries. Sasa hata kama hakuna ni sawa. So we have to start with the income. Cost charged to client. Cost charged to client. Cost charged to client. Weka pale. Add closing. Add closing. WIP. Work in progress. Add closing work in progress. Unaongeza hiyo. Less opening WIP. Less, this is important. Opening WIP. Opening WIP. You less that, great. After that, you add other investment income. Add other investment income. Investment income. You add them. Then, whatever that you're going to get is a total. Total. Then you go to expenses. Less expenses. Expenses tunaweza kuwa na salaries and wages za kawaida tu. Tunalipa. Salaries and wages. Printing and stationaries. Stationaries. Depreciation. Kuna rent and dates. Whatever. You add them. In fact, you have to put them there. So we lessen them so that we can get what? Can get our either surplus or deficit. Surplus will be represented by a positive and deficit will be represented by a negative. When it comes to the statement of financial position, that is the balance sheet, you do the same. Kama wako na non-current asset unaziweka, current asset unaweka, but ni vizuri kwamba tujue kwamba I think it's good that we put it down kwa sababu iko na some items that you need to know where to put them. Vizuri tupate hiyo format pia hapa. Vizuri tupate hiyo format, we cannot ignore that. The small things that we ignore are the ones that cost us. Do you know that? The small things that we ignore, they're the one that cost us. Statement of financial position. So you cannot do that. You cannot ignore that. Small things that we ignore, they cost us a lot. So we have statement of financial position. Okay, statement of financial. So utakuwa ukiandika jina ya hiyo profession kama ni profession ya nani, maybe Jennifer na Esther pale, JF advocate. Rough statement of financial position, JF ni JE, Jennifer na Esther, JE statement advocate statement of financial position kama kawaida, bra for the year ended, as at. That one goes with as at. So you can have maybe shillings there, non-current asset. Unajua hizo, we know items that fall under non-current asset, PPA, property, plant and equipment, investment. Nika hapa hivi. Tunaenda kwa current assets. Taka muone hizi items. So closing WIP, closing WIP inakuja hapa. Work in progress. Usisahau hii. Ndio maana nimeona kwamba it's good that we don't assume an item. Closing WIP, cash and bank balance. Hiyo mnajua. Cash and bank balance. Great. Then we have disbursement on behalf of client. Hey, disbursement on behalf of client. Hiyo itakuwa assets. Ni asset ya kampuni, ni asset ya hiyo professional body. professional body. Disbursement, prepayment, hii tunajua. Prepayment, tunajua. Account receivable, hiyo pia we familiar with that. Receivable. Hii ni kitu yenye utakuwa ukinyakua marks haraka haraka. Haraka. Total assets and liability. No. Total assets. Then equity or capital and liability. Capital and liability class shall be having capital here. Capital kama wako nayo, of course, hawezi kosa. Alafu net profit. Then remember, hawa ni professional. Wengine wanatoa, wana less drawing. Kuna drawing kuwa nazo hapo. Lakini nikiweka sasa hapa less drawing. Hapa sifai kushinda nikiweka a bracket. Sifai kushinda nikiweka bracket. Lakini for the sake of remembering, weka tu. Lakini hapa nimejirudia. Non-current liability. Non-current liabilities. Under non-current liability, we have bank loans, debenture. Bank loans, debenture. And then tuko na current liability. Hapa nayo nataka muangalie vitu zenye zinafanyika. Current liabilities. Current liabilities. Current liabilities. The current liabilities we shall be having, tukiweka hizi mbili, tutakuwa na account payable, hiyo kawaida, hiyo tunajua. Account payables. Accruals. Accruals tunajua. Accruals tunajua. Client account, money held on behalf of client. Hiyo ndio nataka muelewe ni liability. Client account, money held on behalf of client. On behalf. Hiyo ni muhimu sana. Of client. Hiyo ndio watu wengi huwa wana mistake, wanaiweka kwa asset. Remember, disbursement on behalf of client. Hizi vitu mbili huwa zina confuse. Hii item watu wengi huwa wapati mark. Unakuta wame interchange. Wamechukua hii, wameweka huku. Chukua hii, wameweka huku. Remember, asset, it is the disbursement on behalf of client. Kwani sisi tukiwa advocates, tumechukua disburse on behalf of the client. That is our asset. Lakini hapa, money held on behalf of client. Hii pesa ni si yetu. Hii pesa ni ya nani? Ni ya client. Ndio maana tunaishika as a liability. We have to give back to the owner. Are we together? Are we together? So kama ningeruka hii, haingekuwa fair. Haingekuwa fair. I have to take you through. Are we together? We together. Oh, so at least time imeishia hapo. So what we have to do is to go and attempt a question. I know if you can attempt and get it. You can go and attempt phone. Can you go and attempt this question? You know, you are very bright and following now the format. Hiyo format tufuate tu vizuri. Utakuta kwamba wewe unapata hizi vitu vizuri kabisa. We winding it up. This point, go and try November 2018 question number 5, boy. November 2018 question number 5, boy. And there's another question I would like you to go and attempt. Go and look at a similar question in August 2022. August 2022. Enda uangalie tu question ya professionals. So go and look at this. Is that okay? 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 Having the formula format and everything, itakuwa sawa. So that's November 2018. November 2018, question number 5, boy. Question number 5, boy. And then go and look at a similar question. Sasa hii ukiangalia paper unajua hii ni swali ya professionals, hii ni swali ya publishing. Sasa hii ukichukua hiyo paper, please be analyzing the paper kabisa as you pick your marks. Ukipata swali fanya, time yourself 36 minutes, done. Thank you so much. Wish to stop at that point. Kuna siku njema, tupatane kesho. Bye bye. Good day to all of you. Watu wasome kabisa, si ndio? Wasome kabisa.